Did you know that experienced meditators tend to be poor hypnotic subjects? This is Jürgen Rasmussen. Welcome to the Provocative Hypnosis Vlog. So, in this short episode, I want to go into a little bit about why that is. What are some of the mechanisms behind that? It's a very interesting thing because I've done a lot of meditation myself. I started meditating back in 1991, and I've been seeing clients professionally using hypnosis and NLP and what I call the psychological illusion model since 1998. And I've noticed this throughout the years that experienced meditators tend to be poor hypnotic subjects. And then after reading some hypnotic literature and some research from folks like Zoltan Dienes, I discovered that there was quite a bit of scientific support as well for this observation that experienced meditators tend to be poor hypnotic subjects or so low in hypnotic capacity. And you might wonder why, but it's not that strange, really, because if you look at what happens during hypnosis, and Zoltan Dienes, the hypnosis researcher I just mentioned, who has something called cold control theory, he talks about hypnosis as a failure of metacognition, a failure of being aware of intentions. While mindfulness meditation does the opposite, it trains us to be acutely aware of intentions early. So, high hypnotizability seems to be a form of self deception or a failure of metacognition or meta awareness, being aware of intentions. Whereas in mindfulness meditation, what you are training yourself to do is to become early aware of intentions and to be aware of intentions, to be able to truly see thoughts as thoughts. Of course, intentions being just another form of thoughts. People have talked about this regarding meditation for a long time. You have hypnosis researchers like Nicholas Spanos, for example, back in the day, who talked about how hypnotic subjects would form an intention. They would intend to do something. They would engage their imagination and respond to that imaginative involvement or lift their arm or whatever, but then interpret it as a non-volitional thing, as in I had nothing to do with it. So, so in this sense, you could say that hypnosis and meditation are opposite. I just made a video about this, by the way, titled How Hypnosis and Meditation Are Different, that you might want to watch. But essentially what seems to be happening when people do hypnosis is that one person suggests a set of experiences for another person, and that person has an intention to have those experiences and thinks them up, acts in accordance with them, while kind of veiling or forgetting their intention to do so, which makes it seem as if this is just happening to me and it's non-volitional, and or it's the hypnotist that kind of made my name disappear or made my feet glued to the floor or whatever. So it's a guided thinking without quite knowing that you're thinking, being lost and identified with thoughts without kind of being aware that that's what's going on. On the other hand, the experienced meditator is trained to really see thoughts as thoughts and to be aware of intentions early. So, one is a kind of self deception where you kind of forget that you're thinking, and the other one is about waking up from the spell of being identified with the next thought. So I hope this was useful and interesting. If you're curious about doing sessions with me to explore if you and I could be a good match, you can reach me at provocativehypnosis.com. Thanks for listening.